Do you want to see who I watch on YouTube, who's worth keeping an eye on, and who just really isn't? Well, that's not what this video is about, but it is about people who you should be watching that I already watch. Get your act together, keep watching the video, and you'll find out just who really is Top Banana. Hello boys and girls, welcome back to Iron Horse Railways. Now there's not been much going on with the railway building, as you can see. It's still pretty much just a blank baseboard with a few pieces of track on it, because I made the decision to use bullhead track. I want to use the Pico bullhead point to go with the legacy bullhead track, but there's been a slight delay with getting the points to me, so of course I'm having to wait just a little bit longer for that to come to fruition. But once it does, we can start building the layout. I've got a little design plan for the track layout, so hopefully I can get that to work and to make sense, and then we can get scenery on it, and then I will have a layout to play with for a couple of months. Also, I need to say a big thank you to Simon Pitcher for once again donating to the channel. If you guys want to leave a super chat donation, then please feel free. You don't have to, it's just part of the game. If you feel like helping out, please do. If not, just watch an advert. Sounds pound. Anyway, so YouTubers. I do YouTube, and I watch a lot of people that also do YouTube, and I have a list of I want to say my favourites, the ones that I tend to watch the most of here on YouTube for model railways, because there's some other car ones and some bike ones and some other general interest ones that I watch, but we're going to keep this focused on model railway content. Now, for the channels mentioned in this listicle, I suppose you could call it that, it's worth mentioning that there's no channel which is better or worse, as it were. Yes, they're all going to have different subscriber counts, but that doesn't necessarily mean I prefer any one channel over any other. So when I label them in whatever order they come, it's just the order I've thought of them, really. So don't read too much into it. And if you're not on the list, please don't read too much into it. It just means that I think you're shit and not worth the time. Joking, God's sake, I'm only joking. So without further messing about, let's get right into it and see which are my favourite YouTubers for model railways.
Hello my friends, and welcome back to Proper Chuffed. My name's Hilton and I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing, but that is half the fun of this, isn't it?
First up we have Hilton from Proper Chuffed Railways. Now Hilton is, as you've probably noticed, a kind of foreigner, but that hasn't stopped him from modelling the UK railways, more specifically the West Highland line, and he's taking specific interest in the radio electronic token block sections, and he's doing some fantastic work, and you can see on his most recent videos the progress he's made with the layout and the build, going through the process of developing the back scenes, but also getting like the station platforms right, and it shows you how easy it is, I say easy, but how fairly straightforward it is to model a location that you haven't actually been to all that often, and you're just sort of using online resources, photographs and documentation to do it. Already he's making serious headway with the layout, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what he has to offer with the final product of the layout, with the final rendition of the layout. It's looking good so far, and Hilton's a nice guy. He has a lot of videos on his channel, and he's got a similar subscriber count to me as well, so do head over there, do check him out, and do give him a subscribe. Hilton, keep up doing what you're doing, mate. Well done. Simon Train's Model Railway Showcase. Now, Simon has a wonderful outlook on life, and he visits a good variety of model railway shows. And as you regular channel viewers will know, I am a big believer in visiting shows, both large and small, and so is Simon. He gets some wonderful shots of the layouts he visits, and even gives you a little bit of a blurb about each one, and often picks out something in particular that takes his eye. Like with the Scalextric layout, it's fantastic, by Dan Everson. And he uses this little bit of knowledge he has of visiting so many different exhibitions of different caliber and sizes and locations all over the country. This lad really does get about. And if you want to see the exhibition world and the model railway world through the eyes of a regular bloke, then Simon Model Railway Showcase is the place to go for that. Don't forget to visit his channel and do give him a like and a subscribe, guys. Keep up the good work, Simon. Jennifer Kirk, Model Railways. Now, Jenny and I have been very good friends for quite a few number of years now, but it's worth mentioning she was already an absolute powerhouse in the online model railway community long before we met, and it's plain to see why that is. She has an excellent, no-nonsense approach to modelling, which is attainable for pretty much anyone that's brave enough to pick up a bottle of ballast or a can of paint and just crack on and have a go at it. She has detailed review videos which are not rivaled by anyone else on YouTube, and that is a cold, hard fact, not opinion. No one else goes into as much detail as she does when she reviews products and locomotives and bits and pieces. Also, her Monday Club live stream is revolutionary. It saved so many people's sanity during the COVID lockdowns, and it helped a lot of people re-engage with this fantastic hobby. So believe it or not, and like it or not, a lot of people owe a lot to Jenny. Keep up the good work, Jenny. She'll notice soon.
What have you done?
Put it back. Here you go.
No! Bastard!
Hi, welcome back to Shadow Model Railway. I'm Charlie.
Yes, of course. How can I speak about YouTube model railway people from England without mentioning Charlie Bishop, everyone's favourite model railway grandad? Now, he's probably going to shout at me for calling him that, but Charlie, in actual fact, is a legend. He goes into great detail with technical how-tos. He's not shy about getting underneath the baseboard and getting stuck in with all the nitty-gritty stuff, and he shows you in simple, detailed, everyday layman's terms on how to get on with stuff. And also, he's not shy about poking the finger at himself. He had a recent video put up when it was all the bloopers, and yeah, go over to his channel and check it out. Charlie, you're an absolute legend. Please keep doing what you're doing, mate.
Old age is a wonderful thing.
Hello and welcome back to Buggles Kelly Station.
Next up we have Tom Marshall from Buggles Kelly Station. Now, Tom and I first met through our love of Will Hay films, specifically Mr. Porter, because I wanted to order a Gladstone model from him, but it turns out that Tom's actually a pretty damn good modeller. His strength is quite clearly building fantastic little dioramas.
Might recognise from Heartbeat and that film about the little wizard. I can't remember the name of it. Can't remember what it's called. Some film about a wizard.
And we actually took part in the TMC challenge together. I can't remember what it was. It was actually a really good little thing, and he was teamed up with another person, Laurie, I think his name is. Yeah, that chap there with the ponytail enthusiast. And he's quite a cheating little bastard. Anyway, Tom's a good guy, and that's the main thing.
Setty grass making lift. In the North York moors, in the pissing rain.
And he sometimes releases a video as often as once a year. So yeah, if you don't mind content being a little bit sporadic, do give Tom a watch. Yes, that's right. It's time for the sponsors advert. Yes, of course, it is Sawyer Models of Leigh. Why go anywhere else when you can get everything you need right here? They have rolling stock, accessories, scenic items, tools, whatever it is you need to build a banging model railway, they can absolutely supply it. And I should know because I've been going to them for quite a while now, and I've got everything I've needed from them. You can either buy from them from their website, or you can go in store for superb customer service. Remember guys, visiting Sawyer Models really does help me out, so if you can, please do so, and do your part to keep helping support small, local, independent model railway stores. We need them now more than ever. Boomer Diorama. Now, Boomer, I don't actually know his real name, but he's a gentleman from Canada, and his scenic and airbrushing work and scratch building work are truly awe-inspiring. This gentleman scratch built a Canadian moose from literally a lump of clay and some metal wire, which you can just sort of see on the screen now. And he used a picture he got from Google Images and built it up. That should give you a clue to the level of skill that this man is operating with. And again, he speaks plainly. He doesn't overcomplicate things. He doesn't waffle on. And he isn't sponsored by anybody either. So he's no axe to grind, if that makes any sort of sense. Now, a lot of you won't have heard of him because he is primarily North American and Canadian railroad modelling. But I do implore you, go check him out. He has no idea who I am. But go look at his channel. You will learn something. I can guarantee it. It's Chris over at Peachy TT120. Now, me and Chris first met a while back through the various channels of the Model Railway Institute. It was at Doncaster Shore, actually, and I was doing some weathering demonstrations with Jenny on behalf of DCC Concepts, and Chris and his lad came up to us and they got talking, and of course I was the legend that I am and told him to start a YouTube channel, and his lad said, yes, you could do that, and he has a YouTube channel now, and he is now at the forefront of the TT120 scene and scale, and is responsible for getting more manufacturers involved with the scale. So it's not just a one Hornby race anymore. You've now got Hellion in the race, as well as Pico and a few other manufacturers too. So if you are a small scale modeler, TT120 is one to look out for, and Chris is the guy to follow for all the news and updates. Keep going, Chris. Keep on it, man. Well, there we are then, boys and girls. That was just a little list of some of the YouTubers who I watch from the model railway scene here in the United Kingdom, and indeed from further afield in the wider world. Now, this wasn't an attempt to punch down on anyone, and it certainly wasn't an attempt to brown nose or anything like that. And I'm certainly not going to try and categorise these good people. They are just a collection of really talented individuals which I respect and have a lot of time for, and indeed do spend a lot of time watching. And I have also collaborated with quite a number of them as well. But what I'm interested to know, boys and girls, is do you actually already watch any of the people I've mentioned in today's video? And if not, why not? And also, is there anyone that I've not mentioned that you happen to watch and take an interest in and believe they offer something valuable to the model railway community? Hopefully, there is. Now, we're going to have some more updates coming readily and soon. With the layout behind us, I just need some points to go down so I can get some track on it and do some train stuff, because I'm really missing doing train stuff. I have a layout at work, but it's not the same. For one thing, I can't operate the layout at work in my underpants. Well, I could do, but only once, because I'd have to look for a new job. Again, sorry about the quality of the audio in this one, guys. My microphone is actually at work, so I can't convey my beautiful, dulcet Yorkshire tones to you good people at home in the quality that you are now used to. So do bear with me on that one. I'm getting the microphone back this week. In the meantime, do the usual call to actions. Give the video a like, do a comment, do a thing. A lot of you last week told me you really liked beans on toast, which is fantastic. Of course you do. This week, we're going to have a go at spaghetti on toast. Do you prefer hoops or do you prefer strands? Let me know down below.